Sweet.
All right. Welcome to another episode of D's Dicks. I am Ryan Dix.
I'm Nick Dees.
That's why it's called D's Dicks. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Tyrell Shackleford. Yay!
Yeah.
As you can see, the background is different because we're filming at his house because Nick's dog is racist. So,
The pops were haunted.
Yeah, they popped off.
yeah, no, you live far away.
No, it's also just close to Pinboys.
You live in the cut.
I think it's just close to Pinboys. Everyone's favorite open mic. I
On
think
Monday.
I
How far
lived
away is it?
It's only like 10 minutes from here. 10,
Okay,
15 maybe if you're driving like
Yeah, but
you.
it's so far from where Ryan and I live. Also, when
I
I
know,
pulled
it's so
in your,
convenient for me.
I pulled into your neighborhood and did not fear for my life. So fuck you.
Yeah.
This is
a
fully
good
white.
neighborhood.
Yes.
Fully white. I only got in because they think I'm still just a mover. Like, they don't know I live here.
They just thought that your wife was single when she moved in, and they were like, "Wow, that."
I guess she's banging a
Okay.
landscaper.
They're like, "That Brown fella got real friendly with the new tenants next door." He helped her move a couch in, and next thing I know, they were fucking on it.
Yep.
So weird.
Yeah, it was. Also, actually got our couches from a Virginia Beach police officer.
Wow.
For
Did he
free.
know that they were going to an interracial couple? Because
I went and picked them up with a white dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Wow.
Could you imagine how many people have been framed on your couch?
I was thinking of how many times he thought about shooting a black person and like found solace in knowing that he could have those thoughts on that couch.
Now he's like, well,
Like he
I gave a black man a place to
Yes.
sleep at night.
I gave a
so yes. I will say this earlier.
Dude, and they were free. He gave them to us for free.
Well, thank God he didn't
were
help you
fucking
move
free.
them in because, you know,
Yeah, no, that
if you dropped them
sucked.
off, you'd be like, he's black, pull him up.
Somehow you're stealing this.
I pulled up to a
Let's get
yield sign earlier, and there was a black dude on the sidewalk, and he waved me along to go, and I gave him the black power fist.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
And you didn't even do it like, you didn't even mean it like that.
I just immediately went like this.
You realized it and you're like, oh, well, you're in it. You're in it.
Here, pal?
He waved me on,
Yeah.
and from my moving vehicle, I went,
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to fucking socially engage people. I don't fucking know.
Oh, you forgot black. In
When
that
I first
sentence.
started driving,
I
when I
don't
first
know.
started driving an 18-wheeler, my friend was driving past me, and he went like this. He's my black friend, and I was like, he's listening to the same music I'm listening to, so I was like,
Just dance back there.
yeah. I thought he was like getting it in, and then I saw him later on that day. He's like, why didn't you honk at me? Why'd you just do this? I was like,
He's like, black culture. I don't know.
It just sounds like you guys don't understand black
trying to
people.
procreate. I don't know, dude.
Black people are pretty awesome from what I know about them.
So I got a comment on the fact that Ryan and I now, this is the third episode, and we have switched
D's
sides
dicks.
of the table.
It's Dick's D's now.
Yeah, it's Dick's D's.
Just for those of you looking for continuity, fuck it.
Yeah.
Different
Right.
location, different seats, first black guest.
Apparently.
I'm gonna have to.
And if this was our podcast, it'd be called Black Dicks.
it would, even though your name is
Or it'd be,
black,
Just black.
just a black guy.
You could just do it at night.
well, so I want you guys to know a little thing about me. I'm going to point this out. So do you see this? You see this little cut right here? in my
Oh, okay,
eyebrow?
yeah.
I've been cutting this little dash in my eyebrow for like the last month or so on purpose, just because I thought I wanted to do it. And I was taking a shit the other day, and I was sitting, and Michelle was standing next to me. She walked in the bathroom and went to grab something out of the medicine cabinet.
While you're shitting.
And so
Wow.
she caught me at an angle
bro.
where she saw my eyebrow slit, and she goes, "What the fuck happened to your eyebrow?"
I thought she was gonna say sweet slit, bro.
And I immediately was like, "Oh, I did this on purpose."
And what'd she say? Like, what did she?
She's regretting.
I think she wants to kick me out. I think she wants to know me.
It's like tweezers, motherfucker.
Dude.
Like,
How do you do it with like a razor?
Yeah,
You
just
just
a,
get a
like,
branch,
use
like
my
a
little.
branch.
I use my beard trimmer and just real quick one.
cool,
Why?
man. I mean,
Why do you do
trendsetters
that?
are, trendsetters.
I don't know, man. I just, I feel
Should've done
like
it further, and I feel like.
why
Or
that's
more
weird.
than one.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I want this house to have curb appeal. Okay, gentlemen, that's what I want.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
yeah, so I've been-
doing the opposite
your
of that.
best
I've been
brow.
doing this on purpose. That's like the funniest part about
bamboo
it.
in the front yard is what you're doing. That's
Yeah.
not.
I'm building guillotines in my backyard.
That's
so
true.
it doesn't fucking-
Tyrell has a murder device in his backyard. He says it's a lemonade stand. I say it's where you show who's the strongest.
It's where I point when the children don't listen to me.
Exactly. Ned Stark is getting beheaded over there.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself.
Dude.
You don't watch Game of Thrones, do you?
I did.
Oh,
So I have a weird relationship with Game of Thrones. Like,
because you want to fuck all the white people.
I was single. Yeah. No, I was single when it first came out. Like I was watching white bitches. Every time a new white woman came on the screen, I was like, I can't wait to see her naked. But then I was like, I gotta watch it long enough to know if I want to see her naked, or she's on this side, that side, whatever. So I watched like 4.
Are you saying that you're mad that you had to get emotionally invested first?
Yes.
God damn it.
I'm 4 seasons in, and I was dedicated, and then I moved out. I was actually, dude. Wow. Okay, this feels like it has so many levels, but. I moved out, and the house I was actually living in was a dude that my wife used to talk to. I used to live with a guy that my wife used to talk to. Then when I moved out of his house, I didn't have internet anymore, but I was still working at Nissan, and she started working at Nissan, and that's how I started talking to her.
The plot thickens.
Freaking crazy. Yeah. And then when we bought this house, when we moved in here, wow, that's a hell of a fast forward, but...
It was.
When we moved here, this is about Game of Thrones. Though. Then, like season 7 of Game of Thrones came out. So I had missed a huge chunk, and I tried, and then tried to just start at season 5, and I was like, "Fuck, I forgot all that too." So like, I might have to start over, and then I just watched season 7 and 8. Like, just said, "Fuck it." And
the first time I watched Game of Thrones,
I still liked it.
My old roommate and his girlfriend were super big fans on it. This was when season 7 was getting ready to come out. They were super big on the show. Like, she had done some like Game of Thrones bar crawl. It was like a big deal. She got super blackout drunk, ended up at our house talking about Game of Thrones. And I was like, dude, this show must be wild. They kept trying to get me to watch it, and one night we had a party. And I was lit as fuck. Like, I was super just...
Lit as fuck for him is like 3 Angry Orchards.
Spritzers.
And a
He had a wine cooler.
Either way,
this wasn't a daiquiri on the rocks. All right.
There were no rocks involved.
I had like 36 Shirley Temples. Okay?
You just had to pee, bro.
Sugared up.
I was in a diabetic coma en route, okay? But I was super fucked up, and we're like playing whatever. Like, we had I think we were playing Kings around the table, and everybody's
like... That's where you like pour, like if you...
There's a cup in the center, and there's cards all around. So
and each one means something, but then if you pull a king, you got to pour whatever you're drinking, like a little bit of that in the cup.
And the fourth one...
And whoever pulls the fourth
I don't know. I remember the way it was is everybody had a drink, and whoever lost the game had to drink that round. And I just kept trying to watch. They put Game of Thrones on, and I kept trying to watch
it.
You
don't know the rules.
Yeah. So I kept trying.
People are pulling 4s and they're like tapping the floor. And
you
just kept having to drink because you're like not paying attention.
Yeah. I kept trying to watch the show, and they like, I think they duped me. They're like, dude, he can't pay attention. Look at him.
Yeah.
So they put the show on, and I'm like trying to watch the show, trying to play the game, trying to watch the show, and I'm like all over the place. And it got to the point where I was so fucked up that I was like, all right, fuck it. And I stopped watching the show, but they just kept it playing in the background. So I'm like playing the game, and obviously I sucked at the game, which got me even more hammered.
You don't get better by paying more attention. You just keep losing at that game.
I woke up at like 7:30 the next morning, and I was the only person like awake in the house. And I like stumbled into the living room, and I was like, fuck, I feel like shit. And I laid on the couch and turned my TV on, and the thing that was in the Blu-ray player was Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there, and I was like, all right, fuck it. There's no one to interrupt me. I'm going to watch it.
You said this was like season 7, right?
It was season 1. So I started with season 1. I started season 1. And it was like a couple months before 7 was getting ready to come out. And I'm sitting there like watching.
7's about to come out?
Yeah, it was like. It was actually like. It was maybe like 2-3 weeks before season 7 came out. So I'm like sitting there 7:30 in the morning. I start watching it, and I'm like, yo, this is actually like kind of good. This is pretty interesting.
I didn't want to admit it was good.
My that incest, man.
Dude, I watched.
Fucking, bro.
I watched until like.
That's you.
I watched.
Now he watches incest porn.
Most of the first season until like 2:00 in the afternoon, when they finally stumbled out of my roommate's bedroom and they like walk into the living room and they're like, "What are you watching?" I was like, Game of Thrones.
All right, so we all watch Game of Thrones. I don't give a shit, right?
How I was introduced.
I watched the whole series.
Who is the hottest chick on that show? That's been naked.
It's been naked. You know that wasn't Cersei's actual body, right? That was a body double.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Cersei anyway.
Well, I also don't think.
And you don't think she's a main character, even like because it's in the first season. You're like, I don't know who this bitch is.
I will say, I don't find her that attractive.
No, I think it's Khaleesi by far.
Oh yeah,
You don't touch that body. You don't. Ooh. She's naked in the first season.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Khaleesi.
Yeah, Khaleesi.
That was a body double too.
No, well, I'm in love with that body then.
You've been played.
That body. I just imagined it anyway. So
they're all body doubles.
Most of them, yeah.
Right?
About the
then why
dicks?
didn't fucking Sansa do it? Then why didn't Sansa kept saying she wasn't gonna do it?
Are those dick doubles?
Nah.
No, them's real dicks. Especially when you gotta cut one off, you put real dicks.
Uh-huh.
Could you imagine being one of the Unsullied? You know.
You all just look the same.
Yeah, but don't. No, they've all.
Wait,
they're all castrated.
They do?
The Unsullied.
I thought it was just
the Grey Worm.
Yeah, the Grey Worm's army. They're all castrated. I didn't know that. They didn't have dicks.
Yeah, that's why that fucking. It was such a tragedy that he.
That was like a big. That was a.
Oh, that he fell in love.
Fell in love with what's her face.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
He's like,
That
I
he fell in
can't
love
fucking do
with.
anything.
I can't do nothing.
Oh, then so her dying wasn't that bad then.
Well, because
I'm sure she sat on some face, dog.
But what else did she do? Like, did she just rub the nub? Like, what's there?
I don't know.
Also, like, I don't know if he was a eunuch, if they like took his dick off, or if they just took his balls.
No, I think.
I mean, so like, is the sensation
You sure?
gone?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like
They were just rubbing stumps together, dude.
Yeah.
She was kindling that wood, and they were just rubbing
How
a fire.
crazy is that to be so manly, like fight a war, fuck people up, and you're like, hold on, I gotta sit down to pee real quick.
Let me pee out of my.
Yeah, where do you should come out of the same country.
George R.R. Martin. These are the questions that we need answered.
Where did the Unsullied pee?
Yeah.
I'd like to see an Unsullied pee hole, please. No.
That'll be season 8. Season 8.
I don't know. Well, it's supposed
Oh
to
wait,
be.
no, season 9 because there was
supposed to
a
be
season
done.
8.
Thought it was
The way I got introduced to the show is my parents bought me like the box set for the first season, and I go, I'm not watching this shit. And then
You watched it.
I watched. Me and Catherine watched the first episode. I was like, this is fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. His brothers and sisters fucking.
They killed that kid.
Dude.
And then I didn't pay my cable bill, and Catherine was working nights, and I was just like, I guess I'll give it a chance. And
You should have just cheated on it. No, I'm just kidding. That's what I did. Oops. Sorry.
Sorry, the cable's out. I gotta go fucking get a haircut.
That's why she was working nights.
Yeah, I know. That's
So she was working nights, so
So you didn't even have to go anywhere for it.
exactly.
She's gonna watch this.
I know.
I'm sorry. She's gonna watch this.
No, all right. So Game of Thrones.
Me and Tyrell are both gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well,
She'll punch both of you. She's
I'm
crazy.
at home. Hopefully, people see me later. People see me after this. And
Yeah, this comes out next week, buddy.
Yeah.
Be on your
If
guard.
I just disappeared.
Be on your guard.
My last will and testament.
I didn't realize I was addicted to the show till episode 9 when they cut Ned Stark's head off.
Oh man,
That's when I was just like,
That's tough.
I freaked out. I was
It
like, it's
showed-
a dream sequence. It's a dream sequence.
So it showed up in my memories on Facebook, and my roommate and his girlfriend at the time, like they let me go into that show without giving me any context
Good.
for
That's
anything.
You're not
on
supposed
it.
to, yeah.
So they were like, "Oh man, watch it," and they were like, "Dude, there's some shit that'll go down that'll make you want to fucking stop watching." And when they killed Ned Stark, spoiler alert, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But
That was like 8 years ago.
when you've had your chance. Fuck you. When they killed Ned Stark, I was like, fuck this, man. Like this is bullshit. And then by the end of the first season, however many like main characters had died, I was like, all right, I went into season 2 being like, don't get attached to anybody.
Yeah, there's
no one's fucking safe. Anyone can die. I was like, this sucks, man. It's like real life. I was like, fuck this. I don't
So
like
last
it.
season was so dope because you are attached to Arya at this point for sure.
Yeah, but
And
Arya's
you
not.
just-
Yeah.
You just see her do some dope shit, and you're like, oh fuck yeah!
I missed all of that.
Did you?
Arya being badass. Because I missed
It's
3
still
seasons.
out. You can
Yeah, I
still
know,
watch
well,
it. It's last season. You didn't watch the last season?
Nope.
Dumb bitch.
Wait, no. Arya just didn't die a lot. She just kept not dying.
What?
In the last season?
What?
I don't know. I guess I watch things differently.
Let's just say that there was an immense level of character development, okay?
Yeah, dude.
Just said she killed the Scorpion King. Who cares?
Wow. Cut the fucking.
It's over. We're done with this.
It's a wrap. The episode is over. Thanks for the chicken adobo, but I'm fucking out of here. I won't be disrespected in your house, Tyrell. God
I kind of like being
Fucking Game of
disrespectful.
Thrones.
Oh, that's great.
Fuck. That was pretty good.
You know
I did not think we
Did you
were
know
gonna
that
be
there's?
talking about.
Did you know that there's like 8 fucking Scorpion King movies? By the way,
There's a
Yeah.
shitload of
They
them.
made, when we watched
what's
Tidewater
his name?
tonight, they made me watch the Scorpion
I
King
remember
4.
that,
Yeah.
dude. They're so bad, dude.
was
They're
that?
They're
fucking-
really bad. I was getting physically upset that they were making me watch it.
Who was just at the Jamie Kennedy?
They are
Jamie Kennedy was talking
terrible.
about Tremors 8 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
That he was like debating on being in. Like, that's where he's at right now. I was like, geez, I didn't know they made that many of those either. So I was
dude.
like,
Well, he also charges people for a photo, so.
well. Yeah, that guy.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Game of Thrones, where are we at?
Oh my god, for real
We
though.
need more ice. Oh.
There are so many fucking. There's just so many Scorpion King movies,
There is.
and they're bad. They're all bad. The first one was terrible. There's like there's one with Randy Couture.
But the one
and
with
there's,
The
like-
Rock, is that the best one?
No,
Yeah, it has to be. Wasn't that the first one?
it is the first one, but
Is it
it's
the
so
best?
bad.
They're
It's-
all bad.
Well, then is
I
he
didn't-
in the
I wasn't
second one
into
too,
the-
then?
I wasn't even
No.
into the Mummy movies.
I like the Mummy movies.
I like, well,
The Mummy 1 and 2 are dope, but the third one, the
I
what
Tomb of the Dragon
the one
Emperor.
with Tom Cruise, isn't that one of them too?
so that's
No.
supposed to be like a
It's
remake.
Brendan Fraser.
Well, yeah, but there's the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise too.
That's supposed to be like a remake. There was so
Yeah.
Good to know about
so I watched it. All right, I'll give you my rundown on that.
I
Here.
don't know.
So all right, so there's the Mummy 1 and 2, or the Mummy and the Mummy Returns. Then there's 3, which is Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which is the one with Jet Li, which is not that good because they
People fact
recast
check this.
Brendan Fraser's wife. It's not the chick from Constantine anymore.
Wait,
it's
that's
some
what
other
Jet Li
chick.
is in there.
What a great
But-
movie Constantine was.
The Mummy with Tom Cruise is fucking awful. It's got like 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's fucking terrible. What's his name? Fucking who's not Kevin Spacey? The guy from the Gladiator movie.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe is in it as fucking Jekyll and Hyde. So it's supposed to be like a remake of all the like Universal monsters,
man.
like the old school like
It sounds good,
Dracula.
though, but the way you're saying it, it sounds like I
sounds good on paper.
They should have gone comedy. They should have done it comedy.
Wrong. I heard the Sherlock Holmes movie with what you call it,
Will
Will Ferrell
Ferrell.
and
What's his face?
John C. Reilly.
yeah, I heard that was shit.
I heard it was shit too.
But dude, they go into it knowing that it
But
might be or it might.
the one
yeah.
with Robert Downey Jr. wasn't great either.
I liked that one.
Who's the guy? Doctor Strange did that series.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah.
Yes, that was a good show. He was
Yeah.
good.
I heard that was very
He was good.
He's just a good actor.
You know what I
Yeah.
have to say to that? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's
Yeah,
a good
way
movie.
underrated. Too,
It's so underrated.
I just don't like.
They
What was that old fucking actor?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. I know how to shoot a gun real good.
I just don't think you can handle.
There can
I don't know
only
any
be
of his
one.
famous lines.
There can only be. That's Highlander.
Octopus.
Is he in that movie?
Highlander?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
He's
I
the
don't
original
know.
Highlander.
Is he?
I know nothing.
I didn't know that.
My dad used to watch Highlander a lot.
I know
Well,
nothing of the past. I don't
So
know.
yeah.
You know what you look like to me?
oh shit.
You not look like, but you just remind
Gentrification.
me. You remind me of a Tostino pizza roll for some reason.
Ooh. Well, pepperoni on the inside.
I don't know. I feel like if you cut you open, there would just be cheese and like sauce in you.
But too hot. Go slow.
Yeah. Just nuclear hot.
Blow me off. I'm
Look at it explode.
Come on, dude. give us-
Also, I thought about it the other day too. You guys remember those bears that you could draw on, like the white bears you could draw with marker on?
Yeah,
and
the
wash
Doodle
it?
bears.
Yeah. You remind me of those, except it hasn't been washed yet.
Whoa! Now I know what you're talking about. The stuffed animal. Yeah,
The Doodle
marker.
Buddies.
Yeah.
There was like
You're supposed
Wash
to
with
draw
cold
like
water.
rainbows on them and shit.
So
Yeah.
it started off with the Doodle. I used to work at Toys R Us, so I remember this.
Oh
But-
my God! Have you never talked about this? Really?
Yeah.
You talked about it on the first episode.
Yeah. My first job ever, I worked at
Oh
Toys
yeah,
R
yeah,
Us.
yeah.
No, we used to
sorry,
carry
I have a
those,
horrible
the
memory.
Doodle Bears, and there was the Doodle Bear that came out first, and then there was the Doodle Buddies, and there was other animals that you could doodle upon.
That sounds like you're shitting on literally like shit. I just took a doodle, like a doodle. Me and my
Doodle
buddies.
bear.
Me and my doodle buddies. My doodle buddies. Dropped a couple doodle buddies.
That's what all my friends and I were in like elementary school. We would just share one big bag of cheese
Nah, that's
doodles.
what
We
it
were
is.
doodle
You're
buddies.
using a-
Yeah.
When you're using a public restroom and then someone comes
Oh, that's
and
gross.
uses the stall next to you,
That's
you
gross.
guys are doodle buddies now.
That's awful.
I got a lot
Is
of
that-
buddies.
Do you think that's like one of the working titles before it was called a glory hole? We're like, oh, we're gonna be
but
doodle buddies.
Where does the glory like?
Where's the glory in that
who-
hole?
I don't know. I mean, I imagine because coming is glorious.
It's glorious.
I will tell you this.
And you're coming inside of a hole.
So then, like, wouldn't every woman have a couple of glory holes? Like,
Michelle and I have been watching this show. We finished it. It's only got one season. We've been watching the show on Netflix called Blown Away. It's about glass blowers.
Oh, yeah, I started watching that.
And I giggle every fucking episode because apparently in fucking glass blowing, there's a thing called a glory hole.
Yeah.
It's where they, like, put the hot shit in.
Yeah.
So they put the glass in the glory hole, and they just kept being like, open the glory hole, stick it in the glory hole. And I'm over there like,
that's where the fucking name came from.
That
has to be where.
Every goddamn episode they said it. Anytime they said it, I'd be like, and she would just look at me like, how fucking old are you? You are 30 years old.
Watch it. I wouldn't be able to watch it. Yeah, I would die.
She was like, you are 30 years old, and you're laughing every time they say glory hole.
You know what show I watched? It's an HBO documentary called Meth Storm.
Okay.
You keep talking about that. All right, so give me the rundown.
You sort of do meth.
First part.
Or don't you do meth?
No.
Your teeth are too.
Yeah. There's some real bad chompers in there if they have any. Yeah. But the first half is hysterical. Like, there's a guy in there with glasses. He's not all there before the meth, and then he smokes the meth, and then he's like creeping through his like somebody in those bushes, and he takes this makeshift knife out and just rubs around the bushes for about an hour. It's pretty funny. It's funny stuff.
But there's nobody in. There's nobody in the bush.
There's nobody in the bush. There's nobody there. They're in fucking bumfuck Arkansas. There's nobody there.
And he's just
Arkansas.
But the shit they say in their logic is so dumb it cracks you up. Right. But then at the end it gets fucking sad.
Have you ever seen Snow on the Bluff?
Yeah. Can you give me some ice too? You gonna bring some out, please?
You ever seen Snow on the Bluff?
No. What is that?
So it's Snow on the Bluff is like I think it's like a thing on Netflix. I remember a buddy of mine was telling me about it. It's about I want to say it's about cocaine. So it's like a similar.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like London or something.
Yeah.
John done.
We iced up.
Yeah. Oh, did you want?
Whatever.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Ginger ale.
It's alright.
That's what you get. You get
ginger ale.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's about cocaine.
Yeah, it's about cocaine. You know what show I really... We're going to talk about shows right now. Cause
this is all fucking movies.
I didn't realize that's what we were doing. But it's
just
fine.
where the conversation led.
I really enjoyed... Have you ever seen that show Moonshiners?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Oh my God. There was a period of my life where I was still straight edge at the time when I first started watching that show. Nailed to that.
We're all just urinating in our glasses, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I was really big on that show, and I was still straight edge at the time, and I had this idea in my head that I was going to go out to rural Virginia because it takes place in Virginia, and I was going to go find one of these dudes and talk them into letting me moonshine with them.
No.
I had it in, dude, I was convinced.
It's not fake, but it's like, you're not going to find those guys.
Well, we all have those ideas in our fucking
You're
head.
not going to find those guys. You watched that show, though? I watched maybe 2 episodes with my
religiously. And I also, dude,
you do look like a moonshiner, dude.
Dude.
You look like every person on that show.
That's crazy, dude.
I'm going to let you guys...
how seriously they take that shit.
Okay, so nuts. Very few people...
How they fucking make their booze, dog.
Yeah, very few people know this about Nick Dees. That's me. I'm him. But I have a passion, a penchant for terrible television. Yeah. You know, one of my...
I thought you were going to say terrible comedy. And I was like, that's why you do it.
One of my big guilty pleasure shows, Amish Mafia.
Ugh.
Dude.
Ugh, that just sounds like...
It's so bad.
What is that on?
It's so bad it's good.
It sounds like a setup for a joke. Like, it should start with, could you imagine?
It came out on TLC. And dude, there's a midget. There's a little person in there, and he's part of the Amish Mafia.
Said midget.
I know. He jumps on the hood of somebody's car with an axe and just starts smashing the hood of somebody's car with an axe. No, it was a full fucking... it was as big as him.
He just looked
littler. He's just chopping away at it. Jeez. He got real winded because he's small.
What a
dude, it's so good. So in my head, I had this idea after I saw that show. Like in the first season, they talk about this dude. His name's Alan Byler, and he was like the only black dude in the Amish community, and they call him the Black Amish, which is like Schwas Amisha.
I feel you, Alan.
And in my head, the first time I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna write a movie.
What's his name?
It's gonna be about the only black dude
in
his name's Alan Byler. But I was like, I want to write a script for this movie about the black Amish dude, and I was like, I'm gonna get Samuel L. Jackson to play him.
Oh my god.
That's the only person in my head that I was like, black Amish dude. All I thought
let's make some cabinets, motherfucker.
In my head, all I saw was Sam Jackson in fucking Jackie Brown with the fucking curly hair, and I was like, oh my god.
What about him and Black Snake Moan? Samuel L. Jackson from Black Snake Moan.
Motherfucker.
Dude.
Pulp Fiction, Samuel L. Jackson.
Jerry Curl.
Some of this fucking mafia.
He'd be like, give me back my wagon. It's the wagon that says bad motherfucker on the side of it.
It's the
Fuck, man. Tyrell's house is very nice.
I guess.
I started watching, we're not done yet, it's two episodes now. Well, I guess a season, but each season is one episode. I Love You Now Die. You guys heard about that shit?
Oh.
That's another doc on fucking HBO.
Oh. Michelle's mom just canceled HBO, and
that fucking bitch. How dare you, Michelle's mom? God damn it.
Dope, for real though, in all seriousness.
Oh, she already did it though.
I love Michelle's mom to death, but when Michelle texted me that yesterday, I was like,
a PCU died?
I legitimately texted her back and said, for shame.
No, I think that you said,
shame.
I love you, now die.
Yeah, I love you, now die.
Right.
Exactly. You know what it's about?
I have no idea.
I was like, I love you, Beth Cooper.
That's just the title.
She has a boyfriend. Boyfriend commits suicide. They started looking at the texts and phone calls. She convinced him to commit suicide. Was like egging him on, like just fucking do it already. To the point where like he was in his truck with a generator running inside of it and just inhaling the fumes or whatever inside of a Kmart parking lot. And he got out.
Kmart parking lot.
Hell yeah. He got out.
Should have done it at Roses. No one would
You're
have ever
gonna do
found
assisted
him.
suicide.
You're not gonna find him in a fucking Kmart parking lot.
I'm just
That's
saying,
true.
if you're gonna do an assisted suicide, go to a place that's about to be bulldozed.
You guys know
anyways,
nothing about
He got
this,
out of the
but-
car at one point, called her, and she said, "Get back in, pussy." Like convinced him to commit suicide. So now she's on trial. Whether she
100%.
should. Do you think she should take the blame?
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
100%.
There's nothing in the law that says that she's
I know.
to blame. He was going to kill himself anyways. He was suicide. That was his fifth attempt. He finally passed on the fifth, but
Oh, well,
he had
that's
tried four
different
different
then.
times.
Plead the
That's
fifth,
different
dude.
That's different. I think if he wanted to go,
But if you look at these texts, you go, "Ooh, fuck, she should get
wanted to go.
some."
That's like that whole.
but was it like his girlfriend? Like,
what's
were they
the-
dating?
Yeah,
They
it
were
was his girlfriend.
together?
that
That shouldn't.
that gypsy girl.
But they lived like 40 miles away from each other.
Have you
So
seen
they
that?
never even really saw each
What?
other.
That gypsy, whatever her name,
I fucking
Gypsy
hate
Rose
gypsies.
Blanchard.
No, I hate gypsies, man.
Not the
That's just her name.
gypsies. Dude, they used to come into PF Chang's all the time when I worked there.
And do what?
I never know
There
how
was
to recognize
there was
Oregon,
like
so-
there would be like little 6-year-old like Guido kids. They looked like they were on the Jersey Shore. They'd come in with like button down like shirts, and they'd be like
Gel
unbuttoned
up, yeah.
halfway down their chest, and their hair would just be gelled back super hard. And they'd be like,
just
"Hey
go
man, can I get
curls.
another refill on this Sprite, my guy?"
Hey, yo, my guy, I need another Shirley Temple over here.
There were
Is that a gypsy?
at any time there'd be like
Jersey
20
gypsy.
there'd be like 20 to 30 of this like just, and it was the same gypsy family. They'd come in all the time, and there would be a table of grown-ups and a table of children, and the children's table they'd be like, hey over here guy, can I get another Coca-Cola please? we need more lettuce wraps. And I'd be like,
A bunch of little James Gandolfinis.
dude, they really were.
The worst is the.
Hey, you fucking wise guy. Hey.
The ones from West Virginia. You seen those guys?
I don't.
Wonderful
I
Lights
haven't
of
even
West
seen the
Virginia.
ones you guys are talking about. I don't think I
Gypsy.
get out enough. I don't know how to recognize a
They're on
gypsy.
TV.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of TV either.
I'm hardly
I
ever
watch a
home.
lot of TV.
I don't.
I've been binge watching all the Netflix Marvel
Dude,
series.
what I watched something last night that I thought was pretty cool. This
But you can't remember it?
This might be a hot take.
Oh shit!
man.
It was called The Oath,
Right?
and it had Tiffany Haddish, which
Oh.
she's the wife of a white dude, a white comedian whose name I can't fucking remember, and I meant to look it up, so I was like, I gotta
In
remember
real
this
life
dude's
or
name.
Gary
in
Owens?
This is a real like no,
Gary
it's
Owens?
not Gary.
Rob Mayer.
No, it's not. No, it really, and he's
Bill Burr. Okay.
he plays Tiffany Haddish's husband,
Okay.
and he's more like on like the social justice warrior kind of side.
Oh God.
Where, yeah, but he's like,
Moshe
it's-
Kasher.
this movie was made in 2018, so it's like you assume that Trump is the president. They never come out and actually say that Trump's
Right,
the
right,
president,
right.
but they're like, yeah, we got this fascist, racist president, and you're like, what is that? You know, there's only like 3.
You're like, wow, so do we.
So you're like, yeah, coincidence. And then like, so he's like always watching the news, always just fucking, but he's always on the more liberal side of things. And then then this like form comes out released by the president. The president makes basically everybody sign the Patriots Oath, like where I plead fealty to not only my country but my president too, and he's like, let's just put this out and see how many American citizens sign this. Like I'm gonna give you this oath, and if you sign it, then that proves to me that you love America enough to like show fealty to me, like show allegiance to me, your president.
I love that we're saying fealty. We're using Game of Thrones terms.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, you.
Will you fucking bend the knee or
not? You fucking. To me, that was the first, like, I think the first time somebody got a blowjob, somebody started out by saying bend the knee. Now it's like you get on your knees, but it's like it started at one at a time. You got to ease in there. Anyway, so these people, so he put that out, and then they go, nothing will happen to you if you don't sign this. Like, there's no negative effects to this, but there is a deadline, which was Black Friday, and in the time setting of the movie, that was 10 months later. So they were like, we're putting this out. You guys can sign it if you want to, and if you don't, no problem. It's just more like a census kind of thing. And if you don't sign it by Black Friday, then we're just going to collect the data and go from there. So it all seems, it starts out like it's fine, like everything's fine, but then it cuts. Then it fast forwards, and it's a week.
You just made that sound so fucking boring, and I'm not gonna watch.
You said it's called The Oath?
The Oath. I think it's
I saw something nuts. About that.
It's fucking nuts, dude. It's nuts because when people start...
I'm going to watch it.
When it gets to the deadline, that's where they start the movie. Like, that, everything I just told you it's maybe the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ooh. But it's like, the movie starts when they're like Monday. And it's, him and his wife talking, hey, we're not going to sign it, right? It's not going to sign. Yeah, whatever. Folks are coming into town because it's Thanksgiving. The deadline is Black fucking Friday.
All right.
So, his family's there. Of course, you meet his white parents. You meet his white parents, and you kind of just assume that they sign. Then you meet his brother, who is like, and he brings in his girlfriend, who like, she's like, yeah, I get all my information from this guy online named Fat Ass Patriot, and he says that anyone who doesn't sign is not American. So it's like that, and like I told you, he's like super liberal social justice way. So like him and this girl are kind of at odds.
Yeah. She's super
whatever,
fucking
and then it's like 2 days before the deadline. All of a sudden, these random people start disappearing. Senators who didn't sign. They were like, "Dude, I didn't think it mattered." Like, shit starts getting crazy. But I'm not gonna go too much into it. But that movie gets.
What is that on?
It's on Hulu. I saw it on Hulu.
Oh,
I saw it on Hulu. Fuck. I'm sorry. I saw it on Hulu.
Fuck you.
I don't pay for Hulu.
Fuck you.
I mean, I do pay.
I don't get it.
I pay.
I don't pay
whatever it is.
I don't. Tell my parents.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you.
You guys ever shit your pants?
What was his name? Arnold Palmer? Who's that black guy?
Before.
You ever shit your pants?
Yes. I will say this funny thing I heard recently about Tiffany Haddish. I was listening to I was listening to Anthony Jeselnik was Anthony Jeselnik was on either Joe Rogan's podcast or someone else's, and he was saying that at one point Tiffany Haddish used to queef into the mic.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It was like a thing that she used to do.
He's not the only person that said that. I've heard that.
And I thought that was hilarious.
She's fucking
I think I heard it from Brian Cowan.
I mean, to me, that just shows you got to give it all. You leave it all on the mic.
Dude.
Put it all in.
Literally.
But she was like the loudest queef.
Yeah, I heard she was like had a woof and snatch.
Yeah.
Woof and snatch.
Just busting.
That sounds like
busting hella queef.
Why are you walking like that? Caught a woof and snatch last night.
that was a weird queef. If I'm looking at a girl
who queefs like that? I've never heard of queef. So.
Could you imagine?
You never heard of queef?
No, I've just always fit.
Could you imagine hearing a queef and it just sounds like a horn, like a blow horn on a boat? I'd be like, did I just storm the gates? What the fuck just happened?
Can we take a pee break?
We're gonna burn the city.
Take a pee break?
Right there.
Yeah. You guys gonna keep on going while I
don't
pee?
care.
Oh,
I'm just gonna listen anyway.
Okay.
Dude, it's so weird.
Continue without me then. No, that's fine.
When Ryan gets back, we gotta talk mad shit on him.
No, we can talk about him now. He can't hear us.
All right, sick. All right, so I'm really thinking about making this the D's Shacks podcast. Well, welcome to the first episode of D's Shacks podcast, where we talk about houses and only exclusively houses. My house is a shack, and Tyrell's is not. Welcome to D's Shacks podcast.
This is people don't call them cribs anymore.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
I wish it was still cribs. Like I want to be like, yo, y'all want to come to my crib and kick it or something.
No one at all says that anymore, Tyrell.
It feels like a crib to me because
I almost
there's
feel
children in it.
I almost feel implicated as your friend, allowing you to say the word crib now.
Like you Like a good thing.
No. So Ryan, I want you to know that while you were gone,
Massive shit talking.
Tyrell and I started our own podcast. It's called D Shacks. We just talk about houses. It's
Let's check out these
You shouldn't even
shacks.
talk about houses, just little shacks, like barns and shit.
Oh no, it's shitty houses.
We're gonna pitch it to HGTV
Lean-tos.
and
Definitely do that.
We just go to the homeless hangouts.
no, but I
Like,
will say
what's
this
your
on a
house
serious note. Tyrell is trying to bring back the term crib.
like? Yeah, I want crib
I
back.
say it all the time still.
I want.
No,
I do.
You do.
no, why?
Why not?
When you guys hang out in my crib, like.
Yeah.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know. I tried to say it like Ryan would. Isn't that how you would say?
Hey guys,
But like,
to the back.
yeah. Whenever you do Ryan Dick's impression, you have to move your shoulders for some reason. You can't.
I love that Ryan's like. Ryan is.
You guys gotta come on the back crib.
Ryan, if you hold Ryan up side by side to Ellen, they do the same shoulder wiggles.
Just put him.
Hey, whatever. She's a millionaire.
You know what?
Ryan's
Alright,
like-
I wasn't supposed to say anything, but Ryan is actually a body double for Ellen.
I knew it,
Because we were
dude.
talking about it earlier.
You think
Ellen-
she knows how to ride a dirt bike?
Ellen
That's
Dix.
me, though.
Ellen Dix generous.
Ellen Dictionaries. Those got those dance moves.
Got those.
We're together. We just call ourselves degenerate dicks. You know.
Sounds
Starting
like a Netflix
you're
film.
moonlighting on me. You starting another podcast behind my back, Ellen.
Well, I mean, I heard it was
Podcast
suggested
is
pretty
just
hard
about it,
last
man.
time.
I'm just a body double.
Didn't you already
think
start a
she's jumping
podcast
over
before?
obstacles? She's 60 years old, man.
Yeah, dude. And
She's 60.
She's old.
Is she? That
Would you
old?
bang
old.
Ellen DeGeneres? Would you have sex with Ellen? Would you bang her?
No,
If I could
because
get-
she's
if I could
not.
extort money out
Like
of
if
her.
she wanted to. Like if she came up to you and she was like straight up like,
I know I'm lesbian. I know
throw
I'm a
these
hardcore dyke.
dicks at me. Throw these
But
dicks at
I
me.
really love your pee-pee.
I would like to take a dick once ever, and I want it to be yours.
If my wife's okay with it and we're getting money out of it.
I think I have to.
You have to.
I think I have
Well,
to.
your wife would be okay with it.
I think I have to for comedy.
Your
I
wife
was
would be
gonna
okay
say-
with it.
I will
Your wife
say-
would be okay with it. I know
You
for a
think
fact
so?
you'd be like, I fucked Ellen DeGeneres, and she'd go,
It's basically
Fuck.
a dude.
I just found a
Yeah.
little shiny silver heart thing on your.
Yes, his house is full of heart. We
Um,
killed that kid from Captain Planet.
I will say this.
He exploded. Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's two of them. Not to break.
those are coming off of your tattoos.
Where'd they
Well,
come?
I just
What you call it? No, I will say this. I don't know, man. That'd be really weird if Ellen was just like,
To try to throw it at you.
if she was like, hey, I know that I've been historically lesbian for decades.
But is she still 60 though?
Oh, for sure.
She
looks great for her
She
age.
still
Don't
looks
get it-
good.
don't get it
To me,
twisted.
she's looked the same for like 30
I
years.
think
she's a
I love that she
real bitch
wears.
to work with.
I love.
She's a
You
real
think
bitch.
so? Oh, you heard?
I've heard she's a
Yeah.
bitch.
I love that she wears like the same shoes as Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
In the same suit, right?
Yeah,
Well,
they look a lot
pantsuits. I don't
alike.
know.
I'm sorry I took them out.
I was talking to somebody else the other day about Pee Wee Herman. I was like, how did they just get away with letting a couch molest him every episode? Sit down
he
and
laughed
this
like that
motherfucker
when he
would
goes-
just fucking rub him. You're like, dude, you already got my asshole on your mouth. Like it's
What more do
we
you
got
want?
enough. We got enough.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Were we not supposed to ruin Pee Wee's?
Yeah.
Pee Wee's
Just
Playhouse?
Off the fucking track like a mother.
We were talking about shows.
All right.
I wanted to talk about the show that we did together at the Funny Bone.
Oh yeah.
That was a dope show.
That
How
shit
was that?
awesome.
Ryan and I talked about that the other day. I wanted to come up there that night
Yeah,
too.
you
I really wanted to come up there and hang
should've.
out.
Big shout out to Michael Q too, by the way. Thanks for filling that room up.
Dude.
Good job. Good job, man. It was
the shit out of
it
the
was
room
nice.
Yeah, that's
He doesn't
a
fuck around.
Did you
that's
see
a
it was
genius move though.
it was full, dude.
It was-
Yeah.
the bottom floor
Top-
was completely done.
The top floor had 2 tables, but that's still
That's still the fact that like on
For
a
Michael
fucking,
Q.
on a Thursday. Was it Thursday?
Yeah, it was on Thursday.
that's what I'm saying. On a Thursday night, which is basically an off night,
Yeah.
you got second floor
stacked,
opened.
dude.
You
Yeah.
got
How
upstairs
many
opened.
people are held on the first?
I don't know. I thought it was like over
I-
100.
Yeah.
It's 200 and something.
It has to be
I don't
at
know.
least-
I want to say the cap there's like 350.
Yeah.
No, I
that's
thought
what-
max.
that's
I
what
thought
Finn
sold
bought.
out is 500, like
Is it?
490. Something. I keep the numbers always.
We got to get a
change.
guy that sits in the corner and looks at
Fact check.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look that up. Look
Get
that
a
up,
guy.
Jamie.
Yeah.
It would be a good
Come on,
guy
Fred.
for that. Frank's good at that.
Frank.
He's a good guy to have.
Hey, Fred.
Anyway, no. Hey, I don't work here. I live here. I don't work here.
No, but that's insane.
It was dope, man. It was dope. Tyrell did okay.
And you guys co-hosted. I thought you guys were both.
Josh O'Brien.
Josh O'Brien did okay.
Probably, definitely. Like, if you don't know who Josh O'Brien is, you got to get to know who
Then
Josh
I went
O'Brien
up
is.
there and I
Guy.
fucking...
But, like, to do that and then just to let the show be what it was. Like, because I thought, honestly, I was like, man, I thought, for real, I thought I'd never be able to perform in the Funny Bone again. And then Rick was like, here. And I was like, holy shit. And
you guys co-hosted, right?
Yeah, and we did it together. And I was like...
Which is dope.
And I said, I don't care if this is the last time, but I know that I never want to forget that if it is the last time, I want to do the best that I can.
Yeah.
So, and it was weird that it was like, it started fucking, literally we're dancing on stage together.
They're playing Beastie Boys Intergalactic. And we're
not to do whatever, but like, Michael Q was under the impression we had a full lineup. He thought he was getting...
Dude, I wish I would have shown up.
He thought he was getting me doing 10. He thought he was getting an opener at maybe 5. He thought he was doing a guest line at 5. And then an opener for 10 to 15. And then a feature for 20 to 25. And then him only doing 45.
Was there anyone else on that show other than the four of you?
So he's telling me...
We told Josh O'Brien to do more time. I think I did 15.
And Josh did a little bit more.
You know, Josh does...
So he was telling me to keep asking you, because he's like, you're the guy before him. He's like, you think he can do 20? I was like, I know he can do 20. But I was like, can you do 10 to 15? And you're like, I'll try to stretch my 10. You did 22 minutes? You did 22.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, dope.
That's what I'm saying. That's how good you were doing. I was like, all right. So then when went long and did well, Mike had been sitting there still like, I'm going to do 45. And he did like an hour and some change. Because he kept stretching because of how good, I think it's because of how good you got. And I'm not sitting here just whatever, but I was like,
no,
you just kept going. You just kept going.
What was the order?
I crushed it.
It was I hosted, and then Josh O'Brien did a guest spot, and then it was just Ryan Dix, and then the headliner. So Ryan featured basically. It was good, then man. It still worked out, and I was like, holy
that's
shit.
sick.
It was dope.
And then they're asking me, bouncers are asking me, they're like, hey man, I thought he was only doing 45. Like, yeah, I know, but he's... Just keeps going. Like, he just keeps going. Like, he just keeps going. They didn't care. They were like, you were doing good. They were, because they thought the show was going to end early because the headliner was coming out.
Yeah, the headliner was
like, oh, well, this is going to be a quick show. But he just kept going too. And I was like, he was worried about nothing. Sick. I think he was, and I think that
he did Richmond the night before that.
Yeah, he did not have.
He did well though.
He did not have nice things to say about Richmond, but I'm not going to say what he said about Richmond. You guys can ask him yourself. I will say that, like, I think he.
That's fucking fun.
I think he got to see like a real, like, I know he does a lot of shows where, like you said, he papers the room, but he got to work with some real comics. I think he got to work with some real
I met,
like a real comedy show, and he was like,
Angus put me on a couple shows after that.
Yeah, and his Instagram story, he goes, the host just did a coming on your face joke, and the feature is now talking about anal sex. I'm out of material. Like, that's what he said in his Instagram story. I don't know. You might have talked about butt stuff with Kat, I think.
No.
I don't know, but that's what he said on his Instagram story.
I did not do any butt stuff, and I didn't do any... I had butt stuff.
I know. Maybe he just knew.
That's funny.
But, no, I didn't do any of that.
That's wild.
Or maybe he just knew he was out of material and just listening to you.
Whatever.
He did good. He did really good, though.
Yeah.
He did really good. I was like...
that's all I heard.
It's just going for... He just keeps going. He just has more. Like, I don't know where it's coming from, and it's like...
That's like Godfrey. When I saw Godfrey come through on New Year's Eve, I hung out for both shows. And he did different stuff first show, then he did the second show. He did 2 separate...
That's fucking
like
awesome.
hours?
That's what I
He did 2 separate hours worth of material. First show...
Nothing intertwining, though?
First show, went up, did an hour, crushed. Second show, went up, did a different hour, crushed.
That's fucking awesome.
That's work, bro.
Which is insane. And when I was talking to him...
He needs to fucking film 2 different specials.
When I was talking to him afterwards, he was like, I've been doing this shit for like 20 plus years.
Comedians in cars, man. Comedians in cars. Have you guys watched the new stuff yet?
I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched the old stuff, but I did see that fucking Eddie Murphy's about the...
70 mil.
I gotta watch. So far, I haven't...
70 million.
I haven't
watched his 2 specials?
Delirious and Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're from like...
Yeah, but is that the same Eddie Murphy you see in Daddy Daycare?
Do you think that just leaves you?
Dude,
do you not think that... All right,
first of all...
And you're starting a new gig in showbiz. Do you not think you go through life thinking everything in a comedic way? Shit happens to you. You've been a comedian for about a year. How long have you been doing it?
6 years.
6 years. I've been doing it for about 5. Everything that goes through my mind, it's like a
difficult not to make a joke
goddamn
about
comedy filter. Has
Difficult
to
not to
Here's
make a
my
joke
thing,
about
though. The difference between that is, I feel like when you watch Eddie Murphy do Raw and Delirious, the things that he said then, all that shit, majority of his material then was socially acceptable then. But if he goes up now,
It wasn't
and
socially
says,
acceptable. It was not. He was pushing the edge then.
Yeah, but I feel
and
like
he's gonna
if-
push the edge now. I
feel like
guarantee you.
I don't know.
dude,
I guarantee
I could see
you.
it.
I don't know. I don't
he's
think.
gonna go
I don't
soft.
think Norbert could pull it off.
That's my thing.
You know what I mean? Like, did he get? I want him to prove me wrong.
So
Mr.
do I,
Murphy. Yeah,
because-
I want him to be like,
think
because
he can do it,
he got so soft in show business. Like,
Dude,
you said,
the guy
so I
did
want him to
Haunted
prove it.
Mansion,
You know what I
okay?
mean? He was Disney's.
He did
fucking,
Disney's
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion with Jennifer Tilly. He
want him to- yeah.
fucking
I want him to
did-
be like,
paid.
yeah, I know.
Got paid.
So did Ice Cube. Another flip.
Yeah.
He did Haunted Mansion,
But
bro.
what I'm saying
That's
is,
all I have to say.
what I'm
to
saying
you.
is, all I got out, all I
Ice
know.
Cube did Are We There Yet?
Yeah, but he
all I
also
know-
redeemed himself and did 21
No, he
and
didn't.
22
and then
Jump
he said,
Street.
"Are we done yet?"
Yeah.
And then but I wanted to say the only thing I know, the only clip I heard is that both Eddie Murphy and Jerry Seinfeld agreed that there is no such thing as too soon in comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
There is nothing off limits. There's nothing that if you
Well,
think
that's
it's
fucking-
funny, fucking go for it.
That's
And
what
that,
Louis C.K. got shit for when he
It
first
doesn't
came
matter.
back because he was doing the
it doesn't matter.
parkland
There's
I will tell
nothing-
you, you guys have both heard me do that joke about the movie theater that Michelle and I went to
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Denver.
yeah.
I got a
Floor sticky
really
from the
yeah.
plug,
So I got a really good recording of that joke. And like right after I got the recording was when the Virginia Beach shooting happened, and I was like,
right over there.
I was like, I'm gonna wait to
Yep.
put this video up.
Yeah.
I was like, because I know my place in comedy. I know that I'm not big
You're
enough.
not Louis C.K. Yeah.
I know that I'm not big enough that if I put that video up on my YouTube channel with my fucking 90 fucking subscribers on YouTube,
Stop bragging.
shut up, man. That ain't shit. It's nothing. That's nothing. But if I put that video up there, no, dude, good luck.
Yeah. Well, actually, it
Like-
might get you to a little bit of controversy, thus getting you.
Well, it also
You know, it's
kinda-
just-
I don't
I mean,
know. I think
I don't know.
know.
It's still press.
I think the joke is done well. It's not like I'm saying it in a shitty way.
Yeah, just like, I don't think
it's
it's still.
done
I still don't think it's a bad joke because how about the fact that nowadays, no matter when you upload it, have you uploaded it?
No, not
Is
yet.
it up?
It's
Okay,
uploaded.
well-
It's Instagram,
It's
right?
upload. No, so the video is uploaded on my YouTube, but it's private.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. Either
So
way,
I could share it if I
either
wanted
way,
to,
with the way things go now, it's like you can upload it whenever, and then as soon as people know who you are, they can be like, "Look what he did." Here and then look at the tragedy that happened here. They can still try to compare what you're saying.
It's
No
the
matter-
same
they
thing
take
as,
shit you
like-
did in the
Yeah.
past and connect it to other past
Oh, yeah.
shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's
You're
probably
like,
like a
well, he
matter-
posted this video in 2019, and in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 24, these major tragedies
all
happened.
this shit.
See the correlation?
Look at how much he hates people dying.
regardless
Like,
of it happening in Virginia Beach, it happens everywhere. At
Right.
least several times a year.
My thing was, it was just
So-
like, I didn't want it to sound like
because you're
it
in
was,
Virginia Beach and most of your
Right.
followers are in Virginia
Yeah.
Beach.
and
So
I
it-
didn't want to post that video and it come off as me being
I did.
insensitive.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Granted,
You can caption the video
It's a
that
good
way
joke,
too
though.
and just go,
thank you.
I did this joke before, you know, the
Hashtag
Virginia
BB
Beach
strong.
the Virginia Beach incident happened.
Well, no, so like my thing is like, and it's about a completely different area, and I also think like the way that I go into that
also,
joke.
even if it was about Virginia Beach, at this point, the tragedy sucks. Of course, it sucks.
Right.
bad.
But if you were gonna make people laugh from that tragedy, that's traditionally what fucking comedians do.
That's
Right.
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right.
The
we
day
make,
after-
we make humor out of shit.
The day after, I was on stage and I had to battle rap somebody like comedically, and to comedically.
Why?
I mean, not that I'm like a good rapper anyway, but like I had a show. I was booked on a show the next day, and I had to battle rap somebody, and it was a white guy.
Who did you battle?
No, he's not white. Well, is he white? No, David Genovese. He's like Italian.
David Genovese says, yeah, he's
Italians
like
are
Yeah,
white,
he's
dog.
so
It's
he's
white.
battle him.
I'm not white.
I said,
I'm
yeah, so I
Scottish.
went to get some, and the first thing I said was,
I'm half Italian, and yeah,
I said,
that's-
you're
that's
up here.
white.
You're up here dressed like an L.A. looter, and the only reason the Virginia Beach tragedy is because your dad was the shooter.
That's before you knew the shooter was black.
No, I had no
When
idea.
was this?
This was the day after. This was that Saturday after the actual shooting, and I did that, and the crowd goes, ooh, and I was like, what, too soon? And it's like, it's too easy to beat this buffoon. And then they were like, holy shit. Like, that's what I think, that's where the comedy comes in.
I'll say this.
What, too soon? Too easy
to beat this buffoon. And then it's like, oh shit, it's just a joke. Like,
get over it. Black, right?
Just, no, well, I found out very quickly afterwards.
They're like, fact check.
Did you win, though?
Yeah.
Did you win?
Well, our team ended up with,
you're battle rapping an Italian.
Yeah, a group of,
I will
my
say
whole team
this.
was black, so I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, we're gonna win the rap
did,
battle, right? We fucking lost, dude. We fucking lost. I'm not even kidding. We fucking lost. We lost to fucking Remus.
Oh no!
Yeah,
You lost
the
to
white
white
dude. It was like
Remus is like
I can't even remember. But we lost because it was a
Where
fucking
country
crowd
is he
vote.
from?
But
He's like original white. Like,
yeah, he's OG white, Czechoslovakian or something. I don't
like that,
fucking
man.
know. He's one of those Slavs.
Romanian white.
Romania.
That's what it is.
Romania.
OG.
Did I get that right?
I used to date a girl from Lithuania, where she said that's where the first white people came from, and I'm like,
Holy
you're
shit.
Jewish.
I don't know.
Is that
I will
right?
say this: when I did Isaac's show at Peabody's, Lorraine went up before me.
We already talked about this in the last episode.
No, I know, but we're talking about the tragedy thing. Lorraine had said something. She said something about Virginia Beach, and she said something and made like a joke in reference to, and the fucking crowd lost it. They laughed. They
People want to hear it. In Virginia Beach. And I'm from here. I'm from Virginia Beach. And
I grew up here.
that shit. The tragedy happened. I don't know, maybe less than fucking 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
But
you're right by the courthouses.
But like knowing that kind of shit happened and knowing whatever and knowing like a couple of the people lived in this neighborhood, but I knew that me being from Virginia Beach, I was like, we just wanna be okay. We want to be comfortable with it. So
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, that's
we don't
like-
want people to be afraid. Like
I feel like as a
we're
whole,
like, yo,
man,
we bounce back, and I think that should have been a hashtag, like the VB, the like we bounce fucking back, like the Virginia Beach bounce back. Like I don't know how to really put it, like, but there's nothing that's ever gonna be. I mean, I don't know. Just for me to relate it to the place that I grew up, man. Like shit tries to keep you down, and you're just like fucking bounce back, dude. So,
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That's
You can't
the
keep on.
strength. Yeah.
You raise money for the families. You can't fucking dwell on.
We're not
I
gonna
will
dwell on
say
the
this,
sadness,
man.
dude. Like we can.
You were
we can
there
make this shit work.
Sunday
Let's
for
do
the
it.
show at the Funny Bone for the.
Oh yeah, because you were
Yeah.
on that, and you were.
I opened-
You worked it. Yeah,
Oh
you worked
my
it.
dude! I opened the whole show. So check this out. So I went
You
up
were
on
first.
Yeah. So Sid.
Again, we talked about
Sid.
Yeah, I know. That's
hosted-
why I didn't want to talk about the show that you got. You already talked about
Yeah, we already talked
what
about
you
it
did last time.
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
like, I didn't want to. It's not. I don't want it to be.
Shut
the same,
up.
I don't want it to be the same episode. I knew you
Fucking
got. I mean,
pizza bite.
Yeah.
it was good. I mean, it was good. It was good. I heard. I mean, but to do a 12-hour anything that's
I'll say
not
this,
just.
though.
And I was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking tough. And I was like, the balls it takes to. And I was like, damn, dude.
Dude, it
and
pulled
you,
it off,
and you-
man.
but you
Fucking
did it.
Pulled it off.
Well, you did it and,
perfectly. They
20 grand, and I was like,
Over
oh,
$1,500, dog.
Shit, they fucking did it.
And
They
it's
did
like,
it.
dude, it's stuff like that to me that makes me kind of stop and look at like what each of us is doing and go, yeah, we have within our ability, within our skill set, we have an opportunity to like
I
genuinely
knew-
do something.
I knew a long time ago that all we needed is a stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I think
And I'm
that's
just
what
learning-
any of us need.
And I'm just learning how to provide that, how to actually get there and then appreciate the time, and I think it should be in the microphone. It should be in the microphone. I don't think what anybody does off stage should affect them as a comedian.
No.
I think the only time you should be scrutinized as a comic is for what you say into the microphone, and I think that's what.
Well,
matters.
I mean, I don't know.
I think so.
Because you could be a pretty shitty person. I mean,
I don't know.
Off the
I
mic,
think
too.
to be a comedian, it should be who you are.
oh, for sure.
So when you say it into the microphone, it shouldn't deviate
Well, it's like what
too
you were
far
saying.
from who you are.
It's like
outside.
what you were saying a minute ago. Is like every time you hear or see or say something as comedians,
Yeah.
for us, I feel like it comes
like you
comes
when you
in
said
and
it,
goes out of
you're
that
like,
filter.
You got to filter
Exactly.
through comedy. So yeah, like I said, so you shouldn't be like if you put it into the microphone. It's something you believe in, and it's not necessarily true. That when you say
That's
you
a-
believe in,
that's a-
it's a weird thing. But I think only comedians understand that.
Yeah.
I think,
that's
like,
a big
uh,
part of,
like, fucking membrane
I think
to be like-
newcomers.
Pedestrians don't get that.
Yeah,
Of course.
I call them
Especially-
non-coms. Just
I hate you. I hate you so bad for saying that. But I think like
Muggles.
Muggles, these fucking Muggles, you mudblood, fuck you.
Oh my God.
But like newcomers,
normies.
They what they do when they first get on a mic is, and that's all everybody is trying to make the people laugh. But you can see that it's not them, and they're trying to fucking hard.
Emulate somebody like
exactly, and you can automatically see like, oh, well, this guy is a huge fan of Norm Macdonald or whoever.
What about the ones you see where you're like, oh, if they knew how good they already are, but they don't even fucking see the shit because they're scared and they're nervous, and the ones that are high, like, but I've seen it to where, and then I've seen it to where they get up there and they start out shitty, and then they'll get like a pity laugh. Oh, and then they think they
murdered.
Woo! And I'm like, yep, you had it for literally a second, and then
that's who I hate the most is people who go up there with too much confidence and with nothing to fucking say. I'm like, I fucking hate you.
This is the best part, right? They come up and they're like, hey man, I'm like, oh hey, what's up? And I'm like, you ever done comedy before? And they're like, yeah, I've done it a couple times. You think you could film my set? I'm like, this is my first time fucking meeting you. Like, no matter who it is.
Film my set?
Yeah, you think you could film my set?
That lady that was at Pinboys a couple weeks ago?
Set it up on a cup, you
People
cunt.
do that shit all the they're like...
That lady that came to Pinboys a couple weeks ago that brought like the back corner with her, and they were fucking obnoxious.
She said that she said that she had done comedy. She's from Atlanta and she's got a big
They were talking the whole night.
So I was like, okay, but your people are loud.
They were loud. They were obnoxious the whole night.
And then they were just expecting her to win.
And then, her friends are like, so-and-so won. So-and-so won.
I don't think you were there.
I don't think he was.
I didn't go for my birthday.
I don't think he was
there.
No,
he wasn't there.
I didn't go for my birthday.
But then she, like...
I went to
she didn't even place. I don't think she even placed because they were back there cheering like she won, and then I had to say before I even announced the winner, I had to say because they wouldn't shut the fuck up. I was like, she didn't win, just so you know.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful.
And they were like, what?
It was so beautiful.
Fucking left.
What you mean, man? What you mean she ain't win? What you mean she ain't win, man?
Hey, there's four.
Tyrell literally pulled the wind out of their sails. They were just like, man, fuck this dude. Let's go. Dude, it was like watching a balloon just fly around the room as the air shoots up.
She won first, and they go, oh, psych, bitch. And they're like, oh.
Fuck that. They would have fought me. They would have fucking killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like, they were so confident in it too, and I was happy to see that she didn't win. She did well. She did very well. Good. She ran the light. She went 2 minutes over. Yeah. Who's that generous, first of all? But I was like, she's doing well, and I don't know if I'm going to see her again, so I'll let her have this fun. Yeah, but I knew automatically that everybody, like,
I wasn't there to protect
the core group, but the core group of people that are there know she broke the rules.
Yeah,
they knew that she went overtime, so they're like, we're still going to enjoy this, but we really can't vote for you. You went over, and I think that's what happened. The consensus in the room was that she ran time. Not that she didn't do
hard. She did great. She did like this. It was obviously it was like a 7-minute story, basically.
But it was good.
It was good. It was good, dude. It was good.
It was good. So
all right. Speaking of running the time, we got to wrap.
We got to go to Pinboys because it happens every Monday night.
Every Monday
at 9 p.m.
Conveniently, every Monday is when we put this
you got any plugs?
Podcast out.
Do a show. Yeah. Oh shit. After the 27th of this. Well, I got a show on Saturday at the Z, the 27th, and then after that, I think I'd have to look at it.
In the picture that we took.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it because I got August.
I'm fucking super booked for August.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. August got books up.
I don't
even know what happened.
I think I have like 10
I've got a fairly decent amount of stuff going on between now and September. I don't have
September booked.
I'm trying to fill September. I really want to fill it.
The last comic that was here fucked with my calendar too. So I'm like, shit. Because there's like, my kids see that calendar. So it's like, there's stuff that was like Tommy's stripper party. And I was like, oh shit, did I write that? Like,
God damn it.
Yeah. It's like, and there's like, pick up 20 pounds of strawberry diesel. And I was like, oh my God.
All right.
I don't even know if I wrote that. Like, so I don't have any dates that I can look at right now because I'm confused at my calendar at the moment. Every time I look at it, I don't know.
When we post the picture and shit, you can.
Yeah, I got the show on the 27th. And then,
we'll make sure to plug that for you.
I got booked in Richmond on September 22nd already. Dude,
where at
a black room, dude.
Ooh, you're not gonna do good. You're doing
off the rip.
Yeah.
Is it off the rip?
No, it's called like 065 or something.
Ooh, bring me with you.
Who booked it?
Michael Mitchell. This dude just messaged me today. He said
enough.
September 22nd. He said a minimum of 200 people. He said it is going to be a paid spot. He said, do you think you can do 30 minutes? Also, what's the longest set you've ever done? I was like, what the fuck kind of invitation is this?
Yeah.
And yes.
Bring me
I
with
said,
you, man.
I was like,
split
I've
it,
done
dog.
over. I was like, I've done over an hour on stage. I was like, he's like, will you drive to Richmond? I was like, I'll fucking
Fuck yeah.
oh, yeah, I'll come to Richmond.
For money? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'll come to Richmond. I don't give a shit. So that's September 22nd.
And he's bringing me with him.
Yeah.
See you there, Richmond.
The Dick
Sweet.
D's podcast travel.
All right. This has been D's Dicks. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Stroke them off if you want to. It doesn't matter. We don't care about that. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers. Let's go do comedy.